Alright, we're recording. Alright, hey guys, Zeph here. I just want to make a quick 5 to 10 minute guide explaining on how I play bind and how I position myself when I peek, when I push, when I do certain things. Obviously, things aren't 100% guaranteed, right? There's a lot of luck factor, and sometimes you expect there's 2 people to be there, but sometimes there's 3, right? It's all luck, but typically for my first round, oops, game all tabbed, unlucky. This is gonna be kind of scuffed, but yeah, hopefully everyone's doing good. So my first buy would be, for the first round, would be stim beacon, incendiary grenade, and then 3 smokes, and then a shorty. What I do here is I would smoke like this. It doesn't matter how you smoke this specifically, but you need the smoke to be towards you a bit more, not like towards them. So typically, you know how Raze does the room bomb from this, banks it off that flower pot thing, bounces here, bounces here, bounces here. When it bounces the 3rd time, so 1, 2, 3, that's when you run in. So there's no way of me showing this because I don't have anyone to do this with me, but let's say you hear bounce 1, 2, 3, and then you walk in, you don't run in. And then typically after that, when the enemy team knows that the smoke is clear, they'll start walking in like this, and they walk in, they don't run in. But you should have typically first point of contact, unless you're playing like some weirdos that literally just run in chasing the room bot. But yeah, so 1, 2, 3, like the points of hitting are like this. And then when I hear it hit this wall, I walk in, it'll bypass me, and then I just, if I see someone, I shoot there, you know, yeah. So that's my first strat. There's many things you could do. You could smoke here when you're playing raid take. Just to, let's say you have all your team has shotguns, you would smoke here, and then all of you guys would flood out of CT. So let's say I smoked there, I could walk in, run in, I could push the side, walk in here, and yeah, vice versa. Alright, so my second strat that I have, I would usually line up, stand in this corner where the wall is, it's like right here. And when the timer's gone and the wall comes down, I would smoke this, immediately run, walk once I hit that corner point, walk to the right side, because if you walk this left side, it's on the same angle as them spamming, for example, right? So you might get hit in the arm and die, or even the head possibly, but yeah. Let me show that again. What I do is smoke this off when the timer goes down, and then walk into here, and then make sure to crouch really close to the edge. You don't want to wait too far to the edge, because then your arm will show and then they will kill you. But yeah, then you could play trigger discipline here, and then sometimes there's 3 people that walk by, 4 people. I've gotten almost aces here before. It's a really good play. You can also smoke this off and grab orb, or you could do this strat with a teammate, like a Sober, for example. You could smoke that off, run here, your Sober will grab orb, dart, blah blah blah. He could be your bait, yeah. Typically when the enemy team has a chamber too, you could smoke that off, run behind them. Sometimes there's someone lurking in that corner, but yeah. So for short, the things that I do is, for this, I would smoke literally, there's 2 boxes here. You have this first box, which is really long rectangle, that's the high box, and then this low box. I've actually never tried smoking the low box, but there's no reason to. I smoked the corner of the first box, the big rectangle. I smoked this. As soon as the round starts, I smoke it, boom, let it pop, walk in, jump on here, and then I literally play like this, because they would try and spam all along here. But if you're on the edge, they're typically spamming right under you here, so they wouldn't hit you, right? So typically they would shoot in this area, right? And then typically they would shoot like up here. I'll show you. So you smoke up there, right? People will spam up there, but if you're standing in between, right? If you're standing right on the edge, You might get hit a couple times, sometimes die if you're really unlucky, but typically this should work. Then you can hear the guy jump up like this. He'll jump, and then you get first contact on shot because he's not aware that you're there. So that's my third strat. For showers, kind of the same thing. You can do something. You could smoke this off, run into the corner, walk into the smoke if you're really feeling cool, peek out maybe, sit right here maybe. I don't know. There's I haven't really tried doing any strats on this side because there's really bathrooms is just a really bad spot. Typically when I play spots, there's usually a certain agent that I'm trying to counter. When I play hookah, I'm trying to counter raise, and that strat works like 90% of the time. When I play garden and smoke down here, that's countering Sova. There's a timing though, and sometimes you have to like quick sprint. It just takes practice and timing and just getting good at it, because Sova always darts this wall right here. But yeah, you could just smoke showers, control, you know, you smoke here. Everyone knows he smokes. There's smokes you could do here. Sometimes I smoke this just to get U-haul pressure. This guy will close up, like, let's say someone's playing U-haul, you smoke him off. He'll walk close to this, maybe even walk into that corner, like this with a shotgun, depending on what he's using. Hold here, then you could just ult him, because he's close, and then he'll try and TP, right, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. Free kill. There's a certain amount of places where you can ult. I typically try an ult chamber, so I would do an ult like here, because he TP's on the crosser, or on the mouse pointer, right here. You could also do elbow, is a good spot when someone's droning, or just flush out the elbow guy. You could do heaven. You could do TPs, like if you know they're gonna TP, you could just pre-place it, and they're gonna be like TPing, right, and whatever. But yeah. Typically it's a kill. For taking the site, you could smoke here. I sometimes see people smoking CT in here and ignoring the back sides, like ignoring these two smokes. You could do top of the box. I don't like doing top of the box because someone could walk into it, like from CT, they could walk into it, walk around, play tight. Your feet don't show because this circle is like right beside you. And then like when someone's planning here, you can pop up, one tap them, or even just guess where they are based off sound. Let me see what else. Oh, I guess someone wanted me to explain how I position myself. So if I'm playing on an attack, there's also a smoke that I do here. So let's say I'm taking side with my teammates. Sometimes I stand here. This is an like an uncommon angle. This is a super uncommon angle. Typically people are close, right? Standing straight or here. But I usually play this spot. This is a spot that no one clears. You gotta take into account your smoke timers, right? If you're standing here and your smoke fades and this guy's holding you, you're gonna die. So typically what I do after the smoke is about to fade, I smoke like this. I crouch, and then I have a shorty. This is guaranteed one tap. If they peek, even stutter step, easy one tap. Elbow smoke, you could do there. You could do super deep. But typically you don't want to do it too deep because then they could like swing out, not get peeked by long, right? And then like for example, playing in smokes, it depends on how, but you always want to be on the outer edge of the smoke or like really close to it. For example, if I'm in hookah and I'm playing in the smoke, I would sit like right here, or even close right here. But sometimes people pre-fire this, so it just depends. Like, there's a certain amount of mechanics you gotta listen for. Footsteps. There's how many people there are. There's how many people are shooting. What guns they're using typically. Do they have skills that could get you like fucked? For example, fade, hard counter to brim, especially in smokes. Reloading. You know, if someone's reloading and they're by themselves and you know for sure they're by themselves, you should try and push them. Like, for example, like when I do this strat right here, I walk in after raise. These two are spamming, right? After I hear them both reload, I would just go and swing out, boom, boom, go back in, maybe go for seconds because they expect me to retreat, but I'm a bit different. I'm a ranked demon, um, you know, radiant player that plays like a clown sometimes. But yeah, I don't know what else to explain, but yeah, everything is dependent on experience. So if you play and figure out stuff on your own, that's just how you get better. And then you just have to adapt your own playstyle. This playstyle that I have in Valorant is mostly from CS. I used to play like this all the time in CSGO, and then yeah, I just put it into this game. And then people ask me why I like playing Brim, because Brim has, I think, one of the best post plants, and his smokes are super strong. I think Brim is stronger than Viper. The only thing that makes Brim shittier is the size of his smokes, especially on Breeze. But everything else is really good. I wish they added another smoke for Brim, then he would be quite competable. Like, I think Brim would be the best smoker in Valorant if they added one smoke, because his post plan is insane. You could do a lineup, right? Even just shooting it straight up, right? You could take into account that's about 5 seconds, 5 to 6 seconds. It pops, then I think this molly lasts about 12 seconds. Around there, or no, it's 8 seconds, I think. Yeah, I think it's 8 seconds. And then after that molly disappears, you ult, and then that's another 4 seconds or so. And then you can even fight for another 3 seconds. So Brim has a 15-second post plant. Viper's post plant is a bit more sketchy. You have to be very aware and agile with your movement, right? Like, you have to be very aware because you're in the ultimate orb. And then yeah, you might be at an advantage fighting people, but if you get glocked in the head on accident, or just someone spraying and you accidentally get hit in the head and you're one shot now, it's not good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I wanted to explain. Hope you guys enjoyed this little bind explanation, how I play in smokes, what mechanics I use, and blah blah blah. But yeah, hope everyone's having a good day. Hope you enjoy the video. Hit that like button, comment if you have any questions or anything. You're welcome to come to my Twitch. It's twitch.tv/Zeph, Zepyh, and ask me questions there. I'll do my best to explain what I can. And yeah, if you have none, hope you have a good day. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoy, and take care. Bye bye.